Okay, so we begin
Okay.
the sixth session of the as yet not permanently titled
We know what we're gonna be called.
Yanjing. Oh, do you now?
Yeah. All right, back here.
We rejoin the party in the walled city of Yanjing. Uh, Having just spent some time preparing for an attempt at exorcising the undead that has taken up residence in one of the domiciles of the city.
We gotta go back in there, yeah.
Um, coming to this task after suffering a chilling liaison with the thief you originally rescued the orichalcum sword from, and running into what you believe is a member of the Leatherfoots Thief Guild, who summarily executed the sword thief in front of your eyes when she could not recover the sword that she had lost to you. But you visited the Temple of Payana, did some research, went shopping, bought some bells and some frying pans and some mushrooms. And at the behest of Constable Stoutbrew, you abandoned Good Reverend Doctor's practice and head deep into the sublevels of the city to the very difficult to find home of Mr. Rotbeard. And now you are all desperate to live anywhere else.
Yeah. It's really gross here.
It's a good spot.
I don't know where to sit. Everything's wet.
Did you?
Well, no, there's a bed and there's a table and there's a chair. That's it.
Did you have time to read the Walled City doc?
I did not.
Yeah. Well, the Reverend Dr. Victor T. Flago had a fantastic quote when the rest of the party arrived and took stock of your abode.
Yeah.
He said, "Don't ash in the cesspits." And then he handed everyone cigarettes.
If you're gonna hurl into this.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I'm gonna.
Okay. So we need to go lay this vampire demon to rest.
Yes, Zerg is calling.
Do we feel confident about our methods this time?
Well, let's start with that. What would we even define as our methods? Right? We've got mirrors and bells. Bells.
We got mirrors and bells, and
We
we got
have the mirrors and bells.
and we've got our cooked rice to mix her up in with the holy.
And we have one like sprig, one twig of peach tree.
Oh, right. Yes.
To do like a stake through the heart if we can get like a killing shot.
Since the Paladin's not here, I'm just going to assume that Orthog is not physically in the room at the moment. Battleton would suggest, this is a significant amount of risk that we're undertaking here. So, like, you have a family, Reverend Doctor, you have your practice to consider, and I have the church. It's not uncommon for the Church of Delic to handle exorcisms, and there's quite a high sum that can come with that. It might behoove us to go to the church and cut them in on the deal and see if we can get compensated for exercising this real estate.
Yeah.
So the city, the municipality is keen on paying for exorcisms.
Would you clarify that? Is it that the Church of Delic pays for the exorcism to happen, or that the Church of Delic facilitates the exorcism and takes payment from us?
So what you would be aiming for is that the city itself, the magistrates or the governor, or what would I forget what the title of the city manager. City manager is the third prince. He's one of the sons of the ruler of the province. But anyway, it would fall under his responsibility to a certain extent to keep the city safe. And something like a Jiangxi vampire would be an existential threat within the city. That being the case, the city would want to facilitate its destruction or removal, and that type of work would fall under the purview of the different churches, should they be able to do so. So the church would negotiate a contract with the city, and then you would be the undertakers of that contract.
So then I think Bottleton suggests going to the church, bringing the work to them. Church makes a contract, we co-sign under the contract as our mercenary group, and then we stay. I assume that'll take some amount of time, so we stay the night in the Church of Delic, and not in Fungus or us.
Well, you can stay there. You can stay here.
I know I don't know if I can actually.
Okay, so there's one thing that you guys are forgetting, and that is that there was an intention to use a couple of days so that you could put pass without a trace in those
That
rooms.
is true. Yeah, that is true. So yeah, we should stay here for a couple days, load up, pass without a trace on the rings, go to the Church of Delic, unload the job there, and similarly pass without a trace up to the house if we need to.
I can pile some loam.
I did write down in the notes you're sleeping on a bed of loam. Yeah.
I can pile loam. I can make more loam piles.
Bottleton, I don't want to call it a concern, but is this possible? If we go to the Church of Delic, we start a contract with the church. Yeah, we can get paid for this endeavor. There would be a paper trail. Do we think that might make it easier for the Leatherfoots or whoever we're dealing with here to find us?
That's a good concern. I think we would want to we can be vague in who is undertaking the contract. I mean, ultimately, like as a mercenary group, we are we're an entity. So that entity is not yet named or attached to any of us.
Good
I
point.
think you're also concerned about them finding you, and it doesn't have your address on that contract.
Yep.
So the fact that you're doing something in the city doesn't tell them where you're sleeping.
Yeah, but the only issue to that contract would be like this group is under the Golden Embers because we have no name. That contract has our name on it and it has the Golden Embers as the sponsor and cash.
Well, it has Dash as the sponsor, and the Golden Embers is the guild that licensed your
right. So
mercenary.
what I'm saying is the only connective tissue, assuming on the Church of Delic contract, would be that this mercenary group is contracted by like the same people. So
Right.
someone could, but like also the Church of Delic.
Yeah, it
I don't think would.
it
post
wouldn't add any information to the vapor trail. And like I said, your primary concern is whether they can find out where you are when your pants are down.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna take a couple of days. We're gonna get our affairs in order. Those affairs include getting the spells cast into these rings, so we can all use Pass Without a Trace to leave no trail. We don't need to see the Vault Keeper or Dash right now. That's not
No.
on the list.
That is probably dead.
Why would Dash be dead? Did he seem?
He's the only connective tissue. They probably killed him.
No, Dash is too connected.
Mm.
Should I set out the loam then? I
Yeah,
say I'm just like picking up a wet pile
of loam.
of just like mossy soil.
This is incredible. Do you grow loam? Because I've never left the city. I've never really seen like soil. You know.
Yeah, you can dry it and make pillows.
Very cool. How long does it take to make this amount of loam?
I mean, years.
Wow.
Well, so you ask him two questions.
Okay.
Okay, how long does it take to make the loam?
Mm-hmm.
Not long.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a year.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to cultivate a loam patch?
Uh-huh.
Decades.
A lifetime.
It's a huge honor that you're sharing that with us. I'll take first watch, but I'll take a little bit later.
Okay.
Am I supposed to use the
Yeah,
restroom?
well-
Where's the bathroom? Where do I relieve myself?
I just did a place that seems appropriate. If you need to go number 2, I can show you.
So on the loam.
No, not in the loam, because that could be dried and made into pillows.
Ooh.
I kind of show you just some kind of offshoot area where there's nothing particularly growing. And I say, and if you need to go number 2, find me again, and I'll show you another spot. Everyone will know if you go number 2 here.
Everyone will know.
Dried loam.
I will cast the spell to stay away from it and probably get murdered again.
I am going to make a. Let's see. Let's say the poison one.
Okay.
I've been doing the acid one. So I'll make an Amanita. Fly.
Sunshine.
Does anyone need an object mirrored, or are we satisfied with these cast iron pans?
One of each
Uh,
over the course of the next.
I think we mirrored the cast iron pans and my falchion.
Uh-huh. I mean, yeah, I think we've already done that successfully. So if we're good on mirroring thing, unless it's
Yeah.
like you have.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't used my Pass Without a Trace ability today, so I can go ahead and load a ring now. So I'll do that, and then is this chair big enough for me to like curl up in and sleep like a cat on a chair?
For you, yeah, it's a sizable chair.
I mean, dwarves have human-sized asses.
Yeah.
They're just not human tall.
That's where Flick is gonna sleep.
Uh,
Um, okay, so are you doing anything in particular over the next couple days for waiting for the rings to be charged or
We're laying low. I mean, that's the point where
Yeah.
laying low to not get like sniffed
Rough.
out by the Leatherfootses. Um, Narjal, I assume, is sharing like mushroom gravy recipes with us, or maybe those are secret recipes that he
Those
shares with everyone. He'll never share his mushroom gravy recipe. Um,
Yeah. Over the days, I asked you many questions about your work, your loan, your mushrooms, your slimes. Uh, I
as you ask more and
Yeah.
more questions, I get less and less detailed with the answers. And
Really?
Yeah, I just start to become a little. It's not that I don't like you. I'm just a little uncomfortable with like all of the questions. And I understand this is an effort for you to get to know me better, but
Yeah.
I guess
I'm expressing
I
genuine
start to
interest.
I start to shut down a little bit, but I'm still very polite.
Let's stop asking.
Yeah.
I can read people well. I will continue to keep watching.
okay. Give me three perception checks while you're on watch.
Yep.
Dan, while you're waiting on Aaron to roll his checks, could I try an acrobatics check to see if I could do a gainer off Narjal's table and land it really cool for my
Sure.
friends? All right, here we go. Ooh, that's not great. 10.
Use your action die.
You don't successfully pull off the stunt that you were attempting, but you do like land on all fours and don't like absolutely smash your face on the stone floor.
I'll take it.
My perception on night 1 is a 16. My perception on night 2 is a 20. My perception on night 3 is a 50.
wow.
You have a first row seat to the manure pits of Narjal's farm. And even the moments where you check the hall slash road or alley or whatever the fuck it is outside,
Mm-hmm.
no one comes here.
Excellent. Good.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. That's my spot.
You.
I love how y'all stayed.
I have to.
No real choice.
We're laying low.
When are we gonna get out of here, man?
Well, you notice after 3 days that I at no point have sat down. I just have to keep watch every time I've been standing.
I also imagine that good Reverend Doctor has started shedding heavily due to stress.
I am thinning a little bit on the back of my palm. Yeah. I'm out of rat tobacco. Didn't bring a whole lot. So it goes. Okay. It's 2 days down here, 2 days in the shithole. Is that what you call your place, Narjal?
I don't call it a shithole.
I called my mom's.
I call it my home.
Oh, okay. Sure.
It's my home.
This is your home.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sturgill Simpson at all, but he has a song called "Here's the Crown," and some of the lyrics,
yeah.
yeah, they call me King Turd up here on Shit Mountain. If you want it, you can have the crown. So I'm imagining that I
It's
find
actually that song has my favorite lyric of any song I have ever heard.
It's not on.
it's a banger.
No, it's I'm so broke I can't pay attention.
Yep.
Pretty good.
And Sturgill Simpson is amazing.
He
I would-
changed his name, didn't
What? No.
he? He doesn't go by Sturgill Simpson anymore.
Go on.
At any
Like-
rate, I'll find a big pile of shit at some point and sing that song from the top of it.
It's good. Like most deaf. Like he's no longer most deaf. He's
Slightly deaf.
slightly deaf.
Oh yeah, he's going by. This is not a lie. He's going by Johnny Blue Skies.
I hate that. Sturgill, if you're watching, do better.
Holy shit! Our one viewer was Sturgill Simpson.
Johnny Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
don't refuse. Alright.
All right. So after two very uneventful but unpleasant days and nights, the third morning, everyone I imagine is quite eager to get the fuck out. And I don't know, Narjal maybe is also anxious to get everyone out of his
Yeah, it was a mistake to
Space.
bring you all here.
You say on day 2.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm nervously stressing to everybody after you've been in my abode for about 16 hours. I nervously start talking about how it's just extremely important that you don't tell anybody how to get here. Promise me you'll never tell anyone how to get here.
I don't think I could find.
Joel, I don't remember how to get here.
Okay, just don't tell anybody even like where it might be.
Is anybody else dizzy? Do gases pool down here?
No, it's not unhealthy, it's just weird.
Just follow your nose. Do we all want to go to talk to Delic? I mean, or the church? Can we all show up even if we're not,
Yeah.
card-carrying members?
Oh yeah, no, the door is always open.
Sure.
And the cover charge is always in effect.
Yeah. Five at the door.
We have 3 rings to pass without a trace, so we should use those for the 3 people who are walking. And then I think Flick and the good Reverend Doctor will get uppies. And our 3 pass without trace will cover all 5 of us.
Okay.
I would say we should split up carrying, but I think Orthon could easily carry both of them on a shot.
Yeah,
Okay,
oh, definitely.
Hmm.
No splitting uppies. It's all Orthog.
Doctor, I don't want to oversell this experience, but you're never going to want to travel any other way.
This is business class.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Nice.
Squeak, squeak.
All right. So at this point, the pass without trace spells will last for 2 hours. Plenty of time to get up to the 7th level where the Temple of Delic is. And on arrival, I assume everyone is kind of looking at Battleton for, how this is going to proceed.
Well, I would walk in and I think I would know the right office or alcove to go to, or I would seek out my priest father, the man Sinchai.
Sinshai?
Zhao Sinchai.
That's a cool name.
Papa.
So you head in, and there are collection boxes at the entrance to the temple. And you know from experience that if you walk into the temple and you don't put any money in there, other members of the church will tattle on you.
Oh yeah, big time. I remember like I'm assuming it's one of those things where it's like you put in a certain amount fitting your station, right?
Yeah.
So as we walk in, I look back at the group and I say, I got this, don't worry about it. And I put in 1 gold piece per party member. Okay.
That is that's pushing extravagant.
Cool. I'm doing okay. I'm okay. I'm gonna say, well, I've never spent any money.
Yeah.
Who?
You head back into the clerical offices, and you scan the room, clocking some of the individuals who are working here at the moment. Trying to figure out who you're going to approach for this when you hear a familiar voice coming from behind you. The door opens up to the office of the man that you recognize the voice belongs to. And he says, Battleton, you've been gone for a little while. I hope your contract isn't giving you too much difficulty.
The contract is progressing, and it has brought unexpected new revenue streams. These are my friends. I gesticulate to the group, and before any of you can introduce yourselves, I tell him all of your names.
Why don't you describe him to the...
I imagine, so Zhao Sinchai, I imagine, is a very small, like not very small, but he is a small, older man who looks a little bit Spanish, a little bit East Asian.
Human?
He's a
Human?
He's a human. Yeah,
Human.
human man. I would ballpark him to be like, let's see, I'm probably how old. Yeah, I'd ballpark him to be like 48 to 55, somewhere in that range.
Okay, so
It's
he's
like
not like old.
No. He's got like some gray, hair is still mostly dark. He is the priest who raised me, Jocelyn Shot.
And how old are you?
24.
So you're an old, well, you're a half orc.
Yeah.
Still, you're an old half orc.
On the side.
Yeah.
Probably like early 30s.
Half orcs live to like 50, right?
Human wise, what?
Half orcs live to like 50.
I have to double check.
I know an orc who can't die, dude.
I would love to hear more about that.
People call him.
They don't call him anything.
That emoji is for him?
Hello, Bat Daddy. I didn't catch his name.
I clarify to you. I say I call him Father Sinchai because he is a priest of the Church of Delhi. And while he did raise me, this is not my father.
So I can't call him Bat Daddy?
I say I prefer if you didn't.
They average lifespan of 70.
Damn, okay.
Humans' average lifespan is like 90, so a little bit,
That's a great world. Good for them. But yeah, I introduced the party and explained that while the contract,
I'm sorry, like that's how long they live, not considering other circumstances.
yeah, if they were in a terrarium.
Yeah.
But yeah, I introduced the group and I said this is a mercenary group that has coalesced that I'm a part of. We've completed some jobs. I explained to them the work we've done so far. And we discovered a house on level 6.
I think so.
Six. With a rather terrible. Well, there's a vampire.
In the Ghoul District.
And while I would love nothing more than to clear out that prime real estate, I couldn't help but think that the city would benefit from it as well. And that's why we're here.
To recommend that you draft a contract that then automatically goes to us.
Yeah, oh, but I don't even have to say that. This is the Church of Delic. He understands why, based on the context.
I think it's on this level. I think the house is on the 7th.
Okay. Yeah. No. I think you're right. Delic is on 7.
I don't know if this does that help.
This is the most important part of the game tonight.
Contract and levels.
Contracting with the Bat Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bat Daddy.
We're gonna get some
What up?
money. We're gonna get some money, and then I'm going to repossess this house. And then I'm going to move people into it. And then I'm going to charge them a profit.
I'm going to invest in commercial real estate.
I'm going to flip it. I'm going to turn it into 32 micro units.
What could possibly go wrong?
I saw a dude on it was like some random suggested Instagram reel, and it's just like, watch how I converted this duplex into 14 apartment units. And it's like, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
All right, so Zinchai, vampire, you say?
And a persistent one. We killed her before we really knew what we were dealing with, and she popped right back up again and ran out of the house.
What's the address?
Aaron doesn't know it.
Yeah, Battleton does.
Yeah. I tell him the address. What is the address?
He takes that information, and I still haven't decided a address convention for the city yet. Open to suggestions. And he says, let me see if we have anything on record. Why don't you take your friends, show them the barracks, your bunk in your footlocker or whatever.
Yeah. Come on, gang. I'm going to show you my room. We'll leave the office.
Speaking of horrifying tiny cubicle living
Yeah.
spaces.
In my mind, it would be very similar to like the office in Severance,
Okay.
where it is just sterile and like well lit in a way that's a little bit unsettling.
The capsule hotel.
Yeah, like just like a human fish tank. There's no, I don't know, like it's I don't know.
You find it odd that the door isn't made out of iron bars.
Yeah, exactly, because it's you're in the Church of Delic and it's luxury, but it's like you're just if you live here, you're an asset of the church.
Yeah, nothing. Everything is of decent quality. It's like most of you don't have a bed that's this nice. But yeah, it is very Spartan otherwise.
Fuck you, Jay.
Sorry.
So how do you entertain your guests for the
Oh,
duration?
I don't. Like, I don't at all. I think in the similar way that like Palatine is very interested in all of you and nice, but then when he's not engaged with any of you, he's just a blank slate. This is the blank slate mother state where it's like he just like, yeah, this is it. This is where I grew up, and it's just this sterile environment. He's like, so make yourself at home, and then I just lay on a bunk and I look directly above me, and there's no carvings, there's no sign that anyone grew up here. It looks like a hotel room you just checked into.
Charming.
Are there like 3 books of law code on the desk?
If you haven't seen Severance, I think it's like Severance where there's just issued books. Like it's not like
I have not seen
first.
Severance.
Okay, yeah, it's like I didn't pick these books. These are the books that are in the room. You can
The
read them.
Gideon's Bible. It comes comes in the drawer.
Exactly. It's just the most sterile environment. I tell you, if you get bored, there's a food hall. There's a library.
Well, it's Temple of Delic, so right behind the temple is a market.
Yeah, there's a market, but I do tell you, like, just expect anywhere you go to deposit coin to do anything. Please don't go anywhere and not deposit coin because it'll reflect poorly on me.
I had a concept for you.
For
What do you
addresses.
got?
Inner and outer circles. And then within those inner and outer circles, districts.
Yeah.
There's inner districts and outer districts for the circles. And then further levels. So what I sent is
They do addresses in Calvin.
34 Iron Shin Way, 7th level, interior circle, Jian district, Yanjing. Just throwing it out there.
Well, slightly better than P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way.
That would be great though.
So after an uncomfortable 2 hours of Battleton hospitality,
We all suck. We all suck. And we all come from shitty places.
Slick is probably the most pleasant person, which is a shame. He's the most terrifying.
the good Reverend Doctor housed you guys for a couple of days, and no one seems
That
to
was
have
that. No, that was pleasant.
Oh no, that was the best of both for
Yeah.
sure. I think Trevor was saying like none of us are people you really want to hang out with.
Like Cast of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And after about 2 hours, which I imagine you are all you're not all crammed inside Battleton's cubicle room. Some of you are sitting in the hall, and you see Vicar Sinche approach. He gives a curt nod and stands in the doorway and knocks on the open door, which is the moment that actually rouses Battleton from his staring at the ceiling.
Yep. I am standing up attentively at the end of my bunk bed.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I'm receiving guests at a function.
And he says, I have spoken with the magistrate and the constable on the level. And I have good news and bad news. The good news is that I have secured a fairly lucrative contract should you successfully destroy the vampire. The bad news is we're going to need confirmation of the vampire's existence. And so you are going to have to escort a cleric from the magistrate's office. to verify the.
What kind of a cleric? Like, is it a cleric of Delos?
Is this cleric
No,
able-bodied?
clerical office. He's a
Cleric.
clerk.
Oh, I have to take a literal clerk. Okay.
Is this clerk able-bodied?
I do not think that you will have to protect him.
Yeah, that's the bad news. Um.
You can count on me, boss.
Mhm.
He looks down at Flick and he says, I don't think I will.
Um. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. So we should go to the consul's office.
He steps, steps up to you, maybe putting less than 3 feet between the two of you,
Mhm.
and kind of almost admonishingly says, are you quite sure you're up to this?
Oh wait, Pete. Take some things into account. I say, well, we killed her last time without knowing anything about her. We know more about her now. And frankly, I don't intend to die. So I will take steps to ensure that won't happen.
He nods almost hesitantly, and then he hands you a piece of paper.
Mm.
He says, the clerk from the magistrate's office will be in our clerical room in the next half hour or so. So I assume you are intending to undertake this immediately. Something of this danger level is not something that should be left to fester for too long.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I do notify him that I'm in the works of. Look, I'm looking into acquiring the house after the vampires evicted. I've made some outreach to the local, I guess that would be the magistrate, on the ownership of the house. But if he could look into it while I'm investigating it.
All right. Yeah, I can see what I can find. Oh, why would you be interested in acquiring the residence? Considering the fact that it was haunted, the resale value should be abysmally low, and the district it's in is not a lucrative one to operate in.
I smile with a big half orc toothy grin and I say, buy low, sell high.
Hell yeah.
A fool and his money are soon parted. He
That hurts my feelings. If anyone has a very high perception roll, they will notice a brief mass drop moment when I'm wounded.
uh he says, good luck. Don't forget the Mothang contract. You don't have much longer on that one.
You have 2 weeks or a week and a half. And weeks in your world are
There's still 7
there's
days.
still 7 days. Yeah, I think I have 10 days. My math is right. The arrested for 3, and then the events of the prior days were I think 5.
It's been 6 days.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, I have 8. Come here, you told me I had 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
I think it's 3. So you've got 15 days left.
Ah. That'll be later.
But you've had that contract. You've had that contract for like a while now.
Oh yeah.
You're, this
Even
is
so that. Now I've been slowly cultivating a group of people that are bound to me, and then when I say I have a job, all you can say is yes.
Okay.
So we've done Orthodox thing, we've done Flicks thing. Done anything for you?
I don't have anything.
You don't have a thing.
Mm-mm.
And then
I'm with you guys.
the Reverend Doctor.
I have a thing.
you've done
Yeah,
you've
I
done
have a
Bargel's thing. You've suffered 3 days in his home.
That was your thing. It was incredible. I am a very dynamic character. Yeah, my thing, I'm keeping track of it. I think we can knock it out. But I'm not worried about the times.
Okay, so Sinshay leaves and you scan the contract. There is the contract, since you didn't specify, has 2 payouts dependent on the type of vampire. If it's a vampire, the payout is considerably larger. If it's a Jiangshi, it's considerably lower. But even the Jiangshi is a hefty payout. It's 3,000 gold pieces.
Wow. What's it for a vampire?
6,000.
And what are the distinguishing characteristics between the two?
The type of undead.
Okay, so it would be
Like a Jiangshi is a Jiangshi. It's what we would call a Chinese version of a vampire, but it's a Jiangshi.
Sure.
And a vampire is a vampire.
Yeah, so there's no way like I can tell a magic like that was a vampire. Like no, that was a junk shit.
Well, I mean, that's what the clerk is for.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Not mislead the clerk. Is it obvious?
It's pretty obvious.
And one we're gonna return as like rice.
That's true. Yeah, the way we have to kill it is very specific.
It's gonna be rice, not and rice. Okay.
That's a good one. That's a
Anybody? Anybody?
That was good.
I'll give
That
you an
was
extra action die for that.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah.
Vampire Will Stop Fucks. Such a good book. Such a good movie. On that note, let's make sure we remember how to kill it as players. Because I could very easily see us being like, yeah, no, we remember. And then they have to be like, well, like, fuck!
We just gotta ash this thing and then dump the rice in holy water and mix it all up, and then it can't poof back up.
It can't stand its own reflection.
Yeah,
It can't stand these bells.
yeah.
Yep.
And those are things it can overcome. It just doesn't like them.
Correct.
But it is more of a if this was Ghostbusters, those would be your proton pack beams, and then
Yeah.
like the stick that is the ghost trap to like nail it. So we gotta like geek it out with the reflection, the bells, and the rice itself, throwing rice at it. Correct?
And then
And
we
then
have to kill it finally with the peach tree.
But then
Yeah.
So, and now I think Orthog's the only one with knowledge religion.
yeah.
I've got knowledge religion.
Yeah,
What?
Orthog's the only one with smite. So
Yeah.
like his hits are gonna.
Kind of a big deal.
The thing with the peach tree is like a backup though, because it's not it's a pokey thing, right? Like it's not like an actual stake, right? So
So there's 2 things that Orthog brings up. One is that he I guess that wouldn't come up. So the one thing that he brings up is this peach wood stake we have is not a thick, strong stake. We probably only have 1 shot with this. And if if it's not the killing blow, then it will probably break and we won't be able to use it again.
And we can't like we've already established we can't like bring her down to 0 and then as she's bleeding out stab.
Yeah,
her.
when she goes to 0, she turns into a pile of ash.
Yeah, that's be perfect with time.
And at that
Well,
point, you
if she's a
have
pile of ash, we can use the rice tactic, right?
Yes.
Rice, holy water, mix the ashes up in it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Totally.
is anybody aware of something that you need to do right now?
Well, inventory. Do we have holy water? I know we have rice.
We got the
Yeah,
rice.
you
and the
got a
holy
flask
water.
of holy water from the Church of Payon.
Cool.
We cooked the rice at the doctor's place a few days ago, so it's should still be fine for this purpose.
Getting fun.
A few days ago, you cooked the rice. It's not fine.
It's sticky rice.
Well, I mean, we're not going to eat it.
You
It's
don't
fine
have a refrigerator.
That's how fermented. That's how sticky rice is made. Like, so do we have to eat it, or is it just you mix it?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure Narjal inoculated it with like koji spores, right?
Dude, yeah.
We've
I'll
dried
say-
it out.
Very
Using
good.
A
It tastes very good.
fungal preservative.
I'm also thinking it just spent
very umami.
2 days in Narjal's space.
Which is the perfect place for it to become inoculated just by the atmosphere.
Or go horribly bad.
Well, does it matter? I mean, to the point that Ross just made, does it matter if it's bad? We're not eating it.
Um,
Does it lose its magical properties when it becomes cooked?
I mean,
Or when it becomes rotten?
I don't know.
I would say like the concept of it is that it is an abhorrent substance to the Jiangxi because it reminds them that they can't eat.
Point being,
So if it's not edible or it's less than edible, or if it's not like, I would say it would almost need to be freshly cooked.
Okay.
Fresh
Not
rice is
3
good.
days ago, not fermented, not in some, in between state. You'd want it
Maybe we
cooked
can stop
in the last
at
6 hours, I
Okay.
would say.
Okay.
maybe we can stop at the market and get like a fresh rice ball from one of the stands.
Yeah. Do they have rice bowl stands?
There are food stands and some of them sell rice
Okay. Where do they get the rice?
from fields outside the city.
Okay.
The province is a breadbasket. It
Okay.
is rolling fields of grain for the most part.
Cool. Okay,
The
we've got shiny cast irons.
monolith
We've
is
got
just
a
like
mirrored.
a weird thing that's in the middle of nowhere and doesn't make any sense.
Gotcha.
So one of you runs out, gets a bowl of rice from the market, costs 5 copper, which is high for a bowl of rice, but you are
I'll
in
eat
the
that.
market of, the market just outside of the Temple of Delic. Everything here is a little on the expensive side. This is the nicest market in the city.
Yeah. I buy the rice. Not a big deal.
This is like the Saks Fifth Avenue of
Actually, no, they're really into. You have less on small quantity. I had the gold pieces and black pieces, correct.
I must needs go Google.
Okay.
I could be back in time for the fight. I also just had ChatGPT email me some things, and I didn't want to be rude and read them in front of the groups. This is actually a perfect little double duty.
You can make it email you?
Copy paste. They're very related to like campaign and Pathfinder and stuff. I just want to keep record of it, and ChatGPT will forget itself.
Alrighty. So, upon getting your bowl of rice, and was there any other discussion of how you are going to approach the situation?
Well, we're gonna have to protect this magistrate a lot more, so I think we're going to need to invest a lot more of our repulsive tools on this person. So if we can like mirror finish this person, give them lots of bells.
Now that we've used up those rings of Pass Without a Trace, we could use one to cast Mage Armor on this individual.
Well, I mean, at this point, whether you cast it into a ring or whether you just cast
It's
it on
the
the
same
person
thing.
directly is the same thing.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
With the
'Cause
slot.
Yeah.
The only thing I think it was just picking up another item, like a whole shitty shield or a large piece of metal, making it into having a mirror finish, but then that's gonna burn a spell slot for you, Ross. So I'm not sure if you want to do that.
I mean, so you are aware like the whole concept of the handbell or the mirror finish is like it's something that needs to be brandished.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 10 bells
Mm-hmm.
and what, two frying pans that have a mirror finish on them and the falchion.
Yeah.
So you give the guy a bell,
Mm-hmm.
and if he rings it,
It's sufficient.
then that's it.
Okay.
Like,
No.
and then it's whether or not the Jiangshi will overcome that.
Yeah.
Orthog, due to his nature, does say, if we have to bring this innocent individual with us,
Yeah.
I have to prioritize his safety.
Well,
I understand that I understand that I am the most effective against this vile creature,
Mm-hmm.
but it is more important that I protect the individual. So if I have to choose between fighting the monstrosity or defending the clerk, I will defend the clerk.
Absolutely. Just so I make sure we're all on the same page when we go on, what are the triggering conditions for you to stop attacking her and start protecting him? And follow up, what does protecting him look like that is different than attacking her?
make sure this clerk's just standing behind you, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to suss out like, is it if he gets attacked at all? If he gets low on hit points? Is it does protecting him mean you're gonna start casting lay on hands, or is it that you're just going to physically put yourself between him and the clerk?
Let's meet this clerk first before we go swearing any oaths.
That's a fair point. Yeah, we should also engage the clerk.
I don't. Yes, I might forego attacking if I need to heal him because he was wounded.
Mm-hmm.
If he is being targeted,
Mm-hmm.
then I will make a greater effort to guard him than I
Mhm.
will to attack her. I don't know specifically. The circumstances will dictate the action. I can't predict exactly how that might manifest.
Okay. I will do, and we can get into this as far as battle prep. I will structure the spells I cast in preparation for you needing to leave combat if that happens. So I won't be as active attacking her the first couple rounds. That said, what spells should we cast and when? We should have a plan of that. Like, what buff should we have already up when we go in, so we're not burning up rounds. What worked well on her last time, besides a paladin?
We got to get her to hold still
Why is that?
because
Like,
she kept moving around that room and seeing her, was it fangs or hands grabbing on Flick? Got to get her to just stay put.
I do have a feeling that we have unfinished business, her and I. So, Orthog, if need be, I will do my best to keep her attention off the innocent.
Yeah, okay. What? Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about what you said, Ross. I like spells we can cast on him. I have Divine Favor. I have Shield of Faith. Those are spells I could. How many slots do I have at my level? Let's see. For level 1, so I can use 2 level 1 spells per day. That's right. So maybe I could buff him. Alternatively, I do have the spell Lend Judgment, which would allow me to give one person my Inquisitor Judgment ability. And probably the most relevant would be healing, which is just 1 hit point of healing per round. If we think that's a good idea, I could put it on him or I could put it on Flick. Because I do think Jake raises a good point that yes, you have to protect this guy, but you are also like unfinished business.
We don't get paid if homeboy bites it. I'm assuming. So if we're gonna put your judgment on someone, put it on him.
I also have someone who's died in every single fight we've been in. I also just love to put it on myself.
We may just have to resurrect the clerk too.
We should get potions of cure light wounds before we leave.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we don't have anything in the rings. And if I'm giving up fast healing, it's literally like Narjal and then Orthon that can heal.
I can heal the doctor.
I can heal.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone can heal.
Wow.
You know that the church basically has, I mean, as far as you're concerned, an unlimited supply of Cure Light Wounds potions for sale. They're 50 gold a piece. You could get 3 of them at 10% off, but any more than that is, you're gonna have to get them at market value because they don't want you flipping them or anything like that. They could expect that you could need 3, but more than that, and they would get suspicious.
Possession with intent to distribute, I believe they call it.
How many do you think we would need? I'm asking the group. I think it'd be good to have 1 already.
I think we could give 1 to the geek.
Yeah.
For him,
No, you're like, we're gonna buy a potion.
Yeah, good call.
give him a bell and a potion and say, "Stay behind the turtle."
Yeah, that's not a bad plan.
I don't think we should tell him to stay behind me because I am the most likely to want to get in the face of the.
He can stay with Narjal.
I mean, like, not don't shadow the turtle. Don't play zone defense on the
Keep the
turtle.
turtle in between you and her.
Yeah.
Don't play zone defense.
I'll keep an eye on the lad.
All right, so he'll hang with Narjal. Flick, why don't you hang on just the opposite side of the room from that guy? Because it seems like you guys are the 2 most likely targets.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm going to be in and out of combat, so I'll default to your side. So we'll get 1 Cure Light Wounds. All of you guys have the ability to heal, which can help. Then I will probably use my judgment on myself to fast heal, but I still can use Lend Judgment 1 more time if I needed to give somebody else fast healing. The move might be. I thought it's so far been pretty sturdy.
Oh yeah, you have not been.
No, but I mean, my point is, I can heal myself 1 hit point per round, and I could cast that on somebody else.
Okay.
Are there any spells that you would cast before we go in?
Mm-mm. I have shit prepared, but it's all like in the heat of the moment.
Heat of the moment.
Oh, wait. You create a conduit of divine knowledge and outrage between you and an ally. The ally gains the benefit of one of your judgments, as do you. To me, that implies I would also get the benefit at the same time. It's a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
That's sick. I thought it was a near you. Okay, then Flick, I'm probably gonna lend you a judgment of healing. Just out of the gate. Maybe a waste of a spell slot, but most of the times I've gone down, that has been why I've not been dead. It's like you always
Okay.
stay.
Yeah, no argument here.
But I won't be able to change judgment. That's okay.
Are we good? Do we have a plan?
Yeah, I think it's a good plan, considering we came up with it. So I will hand wave that I acquire a 50 gold piece Cure Light Wounds potion. I will give to the geek on the street, so he can earn his keep.
Geek on the street, earn and keep. Geek on the street, earn and keep. I watch Geek on the street, earn and keep. I am a.
All right.
Where there was a geek on the street.
So when you're ready, you all head to the business office, and it is fairly obvious when you arrive there who the individual is that is going to be, or that you're going to be escorting. It is a young man in an official's robes, looking, nervous and fidgety, and he is carrying a ledger in one hand and a pencil in the other, and just kind of like looking around. And when the crew of you wander into the office, he has a momentary like, oh, okay, these are the people I'm looking for, and then his like face goes a little bit whiter as he realizes, oh, this is happening now.
I
I have to go with that.
I stride forward, big grin. I'll stretch a hand, and I say, Bottle Tandorguna, I'll be taking care of you today. This is the rest of our crew. What's your name?
He, looks at your hand and he like tries to like put the pencil on top of the ledger and then holds it to his chest, and it almost slips out, and he kind of steadies himself a minute and then reaches out his hand sort of tentatively. And he is, not an impressive person. Probably about 5'8", 130 pounds, soaking wet. You grasp a hold of his very soft hands, realize this is, as far as you're concerned, a person who's never worked a day in his life, probably the child of a lesser noble or merchant, who was, nepoed his way into a magistrate's office.
CIA's gonna push too many pencils. I continue to kindly, yeah.
He says, I'm Clerk Jin Tao. The city treasury department.
Good to meet you, Jin Tao. Sorry you drew the short end of the stick, I say with a smile to see if there's a little humor lightens his mood slightly.
Actually seems to make him more concerned. It's like, it's really going to be dangerous, isn't it?
There will be some danger, but we've taken precautions to keep you safe. And I'm going to walk you through the plan so you understand what's happening the entire way through. I then relay to him what everyone is going to be doing, and I hand him the Cure Light Wounds potion. I say, "This is specifically for you. We purchased this for your safety. Drink this if at any point you sustain physical damage. It's important that you drink this really when you need it, because if you just drink it at the beginning, it's going to do nothing for you. So only if you've been hurt."
I do understand how they
Okay.
work. You think I'm going to be hurt?
No.
No, but my goal is for you to be safe. So we're taking all the precautions we can. This is Orthog, who you've already met, big guy back here. Number one thing you can do, keep him between you and the Shang-Chi, the Jiangxi. He's a big motherfucker. Look at him. He's giant. If you can see the Jiangxi, you're in the wrong spot. If you can only see Orthog, you're in the right spot. But just keep him between you and the Jiangxi. And Orthog, and I introduce Orthog, and Orthog, if at any point he sees you in distress, you will be his primary goal to remove from the facility and protect.
And Orthog like wraps a big scaly paw around the guy's shoulder and leans in close. He says, "I will not let anyone hurt you."
Just picturing him yelling that he was going to bite someone's head off a couple days ago. It's good that you can play both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walk the dude through the plan. I hand him a bell, and I hand him a cast iron mirror shine pan. I say, when we're in there, you're gonna want to hold this up if you at any point you see the Jiangxi, and ring the bell, and just keep that going. That's gonna repel her from you. If you take damage, drop one of those items, drink a Cure Light Wounds potion.
I'm also holding a bell, and I just nod at him. Oh, I took the last hoppy beer. You bitch. You bitch boy.
He looks a little suspiciously at the extremely reflective pot or pan and the handbell.
Polished well.
He says, okay. But it is your responsibility to make sure I do not come to harm. But I mean, I will take your advice, but I'm under the impression that it is your responsibility to keep me safe.
Jen, we're not trying to alarm you. This is contingencies upon contingencies. Bottleton is a very thorough planner. And we've met this creature before. And look, we're all standing. Even little old me was able to walk away from her unharmed, relatively. I have the utmost faith in your safety.
It's okay to be nervous, son. You can tell me I'm a doctor.
It's true.
And while this is a very cosmopolitan city, and the guy doesn't seem to be, outwardly racist.
Fine rat and Wei Yang people.
Yeah.
It's okay.
The rat folk, the Wei Yang, the giant turtle man. If anything, he sidles a little closer to Narjal than anyone else.
Yeah.
Even
Side
Battleton is somewhat
Suspect.
well, not suspect, but
It's a cleaning product.
An orc.
yeah,
And orc.
And orc.
something is slightly unnerving.
That is perceptive. Good for them.
All right.
Well,
Let's light this
then,
candle, baby.
I suppose if we are ready,
Yeah.
the
never changed.
the lair of this creature is on the same level we're on right now.
Unfortunately, yes.
It's all right. Well, then I will follow after all of you.
Right else, go on. Hey,
Mm,
come on.
what he said.
Come on then.
We head out. We mosey down the street. Take 2 lefts, right.
2 lefts and
Wave
right.
at Barbara.
Babs.
Right.
Well, yeah, you head down slope on the winding way. It's so the temple of Delek is kind of on the eastern side of the monolith, and you actually kind of it's the temple, and then the good Reverend Doctor's office. A little further away than that is the Jiangxi house. Um, they are surprisingly not all that far from each other in the grand scheme of things.
Oh my god. The temple did it.
No, let's just go there.
Jiangxi can't melt steel beams. Think about it.
The squibs. Okay.
Slow down the city of the Pentagon and see the Jiangxi is walking. Cool.
You know they can't walk.
They can't walk. They hop.
So you arrive at the house and slashed or carved into the front door, you see the kanji for cursed.
Oh, like someone.
Fresh.
Whoa. Okay.
Damn. That's hardcore.
The neighborhood gets around.
Perception check to see if the door has been altered in any other way.
Fuck with me. 17.
17 on the die. Follow. Okay, so that would be a 26.
Um,
All right, everybody.
it does. You see some scratches on the keyhole. Looks like someone tried to manipulate it somehow. But considering the fact that the door was open and unlocked the first time you guys showed up, and you didn't lock it on the way out, you know, and it's a door where, you know, the key locks it from both sides. There's not a switch or something. And you're pretty sure the Jiangxi doesn't have. You think that it's someone probably tried to engage the lock from the outside.
Okay. Okay. And we have the key.
No.
That's okay. So we got to get in there.
There's no. It's not
Let
locked.
the pros handle.
How did we get in the last?
It was
It
open.
was unlocked.
We opened the door. It was
It
unlocked.
was just unlocked. It's just sitting there.
I mean, the Jiangxi could have locked it.
No, more likely just like the homeowner found out like the Jiangxi was out.
Narjal's impression is that someone tried to engage the lock from the outside in an attempt to lock it in.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
So
Okay.
it's not locked.
I didn't pick up on that. All right.
I'm going to
and-
try to open the door.
Okay, so there's probably no narrow hanging in there.
Well, it won't.
Oh, those Jiangxi nares do well. You know
Oh,
what
let
I
me
mean?
tell you, brother.
Who's gonna be first in? It's not gonna be this little
Fucker.
what's your name? Dow?
Jin Tao.
Tao. Something be Dow.
Yeah, you guys are, you know, taking this in, and you hear like this tapping noise. You look back and the clerk's like foot is thrumming on the stone floor as he's somewhat shaking with nerves.
I looked back and I said, "Don't worry, Delic will definitely save you."
I'm not with the church.
It's not Delic works.
Exactly. And I think that like is like the whole point of a god. So why do people worship Delic?
Yeah, sure. I begin casting spells. I suggest
He
Orthon.
worships Dalek, and he's made more money in the last 6 days than he's made the last 2 years. So
No, I know, and I just view that as gross.
I have so much. Um.
What?
Go on.
No.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna lend my judgment to Jake, so we'll both have fast healing before we go in the door. I'm also going to cast Shield of Faith as we go in.
that only lasts for.
I think it's a number of rounds. Let me check.
She's in the secondary room, right? Like in my mind, like we're going in, we're gonna clear the first room, we're gonna allow the clerk into the second room so he can be in the house when she emerges.
Dude, she could be in the first room.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm
But
pretty
I'm
sure
saying,
that
so don't cast that spell now.
that piece of furniture is a coffin,
No
and I'm
revenue.
assuming that's where she'll be.
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
Hurl into this.
Yeah, it just lasts until combat ends. That's all it says. Once activated, this ability lasts until combat ends, at which point all bonuses immediately end.
Well, does it have to be activated during combat, though, right?
It just says the wizard must participate in combat to gain these bonuses. So I would understand that as I can cast it now. That doesn't mean I'm going to be fast healing right now. But I do need an enemy to cast it. So yes, I would have to be in combat. Because it's a swift action to cast. So yeah,
It's a swift action. Okay, cool. So you're not gonna lose. You're not losing time.
I will. A judgment is a swift action. The action of lending it is a spell, so that would be standard.
Oh. Okay, but it's still one round.
Yeah.
You can do it in one round.
So then I will just load Shield of Faith. I think it's 1 minute. I'll do that once we get inside.
There's a minute per level. Isn't it? 2 minutes.
You might be right.
Yeah, I think it's.
Oh, it's 2 minutes. Great. Well, either way, I'll wait until we get inside.
Okay.
I will have that as my held action to cast that.
So I think Orthog is probably going to want to take point, and then how you guys see your bills. I imagine Battleton is next.
Second, yeah. I look back at the group. I say bells. Let me see your bells.
I got a bell.
Let me see your mirrors.
I'm ringing it. I don't have a mirror. There's not enough mirrors for rings. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've got a mirror.
I've got-
You've got a mirror.
I've got a bell.
You've got a bell. All right. I've got a potion. Okay.
Got rice?
Who bought the rice?
I bought the rice.
You have the rice.
Yes.
Okay. And
It's in
then
my backpack.
Orthog
Nope.
has the beechwood,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, I think it makes most sense for Orthodox.
Sure.
Now, for really quick, to make sure that we kill this thing correctly with the peachwood, at a certain point we should start. It's gonna be like where we have to like do non-lethal and then hit her with that.
You can still bring to 0 with non-lethal. It might be some sort of weird thing.
There's just gonna be a flute. That's just
Yeah.
timing.
Well, the thing is, if you land the killing blow with the peachwood, then she's permanently destroyed.
If we do the rice thing, she's just in the rice round.
The
And
goal would.
I'm assuming too, and I'll give it that you guys like brought a jar.
Oh, sure. Goes without saying.
Mine's
So you're not just gonna like be walking around with a handful of
Yeah,
Jiangxi dust and sticky rice.
If the rice separates, does she come back, or is it just like a lich or someone could be like, "Oh, this is a Jiangxi."
Well, I mean, it's just like you want to probably what would make the most sense, and we'll say that, between Orthog and Flick, this was explained that you'd want to take the dusk, mix it with the rice, and probably if you still have the holy water, that as well, and then put that mixture in a jar, seal the jar, and then maybe get like a prayer seal or something taped or glued onto that jar, just like the ceiling charms that you saw on the inside of the door. You'd want that on the just, make sure everything is done to the best possible extent for safety and security.
Cool. Okay. I think we're good.
With that said, Narjo, if you have the rice, you're gonna have to stay close to her.
How long do we have when she's turned to dust before she reincorporates?
I think what we did wrong last time was fucked with the pile of dust and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like once she's dust, I can kind of like go like, okay, here's the rice.
You also like read that weird piece of parchment.
Yeah, we like fucked around.
It'll be around. Like you can get to her. The room's small.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be engaging. I'm going to be casting spells. I'm engaged in the combat.
It was somewhere between like 30 seconds and 2 minutes.
Okay.
Like you weren't all paying attention to exactly what the duration was.
There were pockets.
But yeah, she didn't immediately pop back up, but it didn't take long.
Okay.
I have the holy water flask. If I do go down, someone needs to get that off me.
Okay. Rice, holy water, peach wood,
Bell.
hot.
Pan.
Dude.
Do you have a bell or a?
I have a mirror falchion, which will probably lose shine as I take hits on her.
Okay.
But I can't really ring her bell and wield a two-handed weapon.
Hey, I just have a clue.
Let's do it.
All right.
Doggy time.
Orthog pushes open the door and peers inside.
2d6 damage.
And you see his face kind of fall as he gives a heavy sigh, and he says, "There are more victims."
Oh fuck!
And there are several desiccated, sallow-faced corpses in the room.
Those were there before.
I turn to Tao and I say, "You're gonna need to see this money man.
It's not available.
He's a Treasury Department representative.
Well, yeah, he's a fucking moron for not being a delegate.
He's a money man.
He's not with the church.
Yeah, he definitely worships Delic. Most people do.
Everybody, yeah, most people in the region do. He is the patron deity of the province. All right, so you guys start piling in, and you see that there are corpses strewn about the room.
Bite marks? Perception check.
Oh, fuck.
Damn it. 11.
No outstanding wounds.
She hit him with the suck.
I say, stay behind, money man.
Well, you guys know she doesn't bite. She sucks the key out of people.
Yeah.
She steals their breath.
My rolling of the two is
You're looking for bites.
Scan. I look around the room, scan the ceiling. Is she in this
Yeah, but
room?
you said bite before you.
I did, but it's a nice little thing.
Perception of 22.
22. Scanning the room, you don't see. She's not like hiding in the rafters or anything. Orthog scans around as well. And he says it's still daytime.
She's probably still.
Probably in her coffin.
Bad all time.
Yeah.
My common sense is tingling. Pile those corpses on the table.
Okay. I quietly move around the room. That's not me. And I pick up these desiccated corpses and pile them on the center table.
I climb up on the table
Uh-huh.
and put a foot on one corpse and two hands on the other corpses. So I'm touching all three corpses at the same time, and I cast Sanctify Corpse.
Interesting. What does that do?
This spell blesses a corpse with positive energy, preventing it from being turned into an undead creature. Attempts to raise the corpse as undead automatically fail. If the corpse is a person slain by a creature that creates undead out of its slain foes, that effect is delayed until the end of the spell. It is
How long is the spell?
24 hours.
That's good common sense. Good
So
revenue.
you
How do the vampires make more?
you chose that spell and the mirror spell as the two that you learned.
Yes, we're fighting a vampire.
I'm impressed.
Because you're a prepared caster, right? I mean, it makes sense. This is what we're going up against today.
I'm not incredulous. I'm just
Exactly.
impressed at the foresight.
We leveled up at the exact same time we were fighting the vampire.
Love it,
Cool.
buddy. You keep doing you.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow,
That's not complicated.
these freaking spells that are exactly what you need. Fuck.
Yes, the doctor.
So should we just rip open the doors of her closet and just start wailing on her?
Yeah. Yeah.
Surprise, bitch.
Your friends ain't your friends anymore.
Ah.
They're deader than dead.
Okay.
They're sanctified.
With that in mind, I go to inspect the door, or what is left of the door that we smashed last time.
Oh yeah, there's it's more or less just
Not there.
bits of wood strewn across the
More or less, no.
All right. So what I would say then, me and Orthag are gonna roll in, and I'm going to tell Orthag to stand back, and then I will open the doors such that I am behind them, allowing Orthog to then spend his entire round attacking.
All right, I am gonna have to call you out on this. It
Let's
says
talk
corpse
why.
touched, not corpses touched.
I was wondering if you were going to say that. I was like, let's just let this slide, though.
Yeah, read it up. That's not mine. Sorry.
This spell
okay.
spell
It's not-
blesses a corpse.
Corpse touch.
Right, not corpses
The
touch.
range is
Corpse.
touch.
And the
No,
spell description says this
corpse
blesses
is-
a
Hold on,
corpse.
hold on. You're both just talking at each other. Ross, state your case,
Okay.
and then Dan.
So here's the thing. The range is touch. The area is corpse touched. I am touching 3 corpse.
So right, so your argument is that the area is defined as touching corpse, and you have
The
yourself in a
range
position,
is touch.
yeah, and you put yourself in a position to be in range touch corpse of 3 corpses, and Dan's point
Correct.
is there is not an S on the word corpse.
This spell blesses a corpse with positive energy.
But then the range, so you're saying
Preventing it.
range overrides that.
Range is touch. I am touching these corpses. I'm
I
signing.
am. The spell is a single target spell. If you want it to affect all 3, then I will say I will allow you to target an additional corpse for 2 action dice. You
I
have
accept.
4 right now, so you could do all 3 of them.
Oh, you do have 4.
I accept.
Okay.
That was the real combat of the round. That was great. That was exciting.
That's why I had Battle 10 pile them on a table so I could touch them all at the same time.
I appreciate the attempt, but it is a single target spell.
I expend all 4 action die and
Yeah, that's fair. He
What's
does
the
have 4.
and I, and I turn to the clerk and I say, Sunny Jin, you ever seen one of these before?
Are you talking about the corpses?
No,
Uh-huh.
I have not.
Well, take a good look. I expect it to be in your report, see?
I've seen enough. It'll go in the report. And he's just like staring at his feet.
Don't look away. Look at
What
them.
is this the or is it the little goblin guy? No,
What?
who's the
That's
okay, the tall guy in the back.
that is Flick, and that is the nine. All right, so are you going to try to get Jin Tao into where he can see the thing, or what? How? So we've got Orthog
Yeah.
and we've got Battleton. I assume that's going to be something like this.
I think someone brings him here, so he's got line of sight to in here, and then I guess that'd be you, Narjal, because you're his escort.
Yes.
So I think you bring him over here so he can look, so the boy can see.
The boy can see.
And then once he's like, "Oh fuck yeah," you take him out of line of sight of that thing.
Okay.
Okay, and then where are Flick and Victor?
Victor T. Blanco.
um, Victor is point to me right now. I'm by the pile of corpses.
Yes, that's mine.
I'm gonna approach. I'm gonna go into the room and head to the back. I guess that right corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and Flick.
What's that little red thing that's in between? Uh,
It's a credenza.
I would like to get on top of the credenza.
Okay.
We're having it redone.
And I guess I'll just hold an action to start a bardic performance when they open the doors.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So Flick is holding an action to start a bardic performance. Battleton, you're the one who's going to be opening the door.
Yeah, and I can do that as a move action, right?
Yeah.
All right. Then as my standard, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself. I'm gonna flick. I have to be within range to touch you to lend judgment. So I might cast my fast healing on myself. But then if it comes toward you, I'm going to touch and lend judgment to you.
Okay.
Oh damn.
That's
insane.
okay. So Orthog is readying an attack, and Brown dog. Flick is readying. Uh, Battle Pun is the one who is like initiating shit.
Yep.
I am my homie's behind me and I am like waiting. I have spells that I can cast. I'm not
Okay.
preparing anything.
All right. Reverend Doctor, is there anything you are doing?
My prepared action is a swift action to cast Bungle on the creature the moment it rears its ugly face.
All right. Well, let's have everyone just roll initiative to start.
Hell yeah, baby.
Okay. Anyone above a 15?
4.
Bro, I'm at a 16.
Okay. Above a 10?
I got a 13.
11 for the doctor.
Orthog has a 7. All right. So, Battleton uses a move action to open the wardrobe.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a 16, actually. I'm a 18. Move action, open wardrobe, standard action.
Well, so
Sure.
the move action, you open the wardrobe. That sets off a shit ton of ready actions. And then your standard action is going to happen after all the ready actions go.
Okay, cool.
And the first ready action belongs to the Jiangxi,
Damn it!
who's readying an action to jump out and attack somebody if anyone opened her wardrobe.
I thought we were quiet.
Oh no, she heard you guys from the second you walked in.
Well, also she just has a ready action to like I am ready to pounce as soon as this thing opens, and it doesn't matter if she hurts.
Fair.
Well, and she did. She had the ready action, and she rolled higher than any of the rest of you on your initiative. So, well, she rolled higher than everyone except for Battleton, but Battleton doesn't have a ready action.
Nope.
He's a badass.
So she jumps out and
see, cleric man?
Oh, fuck!
makes 2 attacks on Orthog. And the first one is a natural 20.
Fuck!
Ooh. Hell
Uh,
yeah.
The second one is not going to hit him. And
Make sure that quirk is
I didn't
TM.
even have to use an action die. That just confirmed.
Wow.
So it's a big whopping 12 points of damage to Orthog.
Ouch.
And
That's pretty bad.
she attempts to grapple him.
This clerk is. I realized he was sold a bill of goods, and it's just not what he thought it was.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have it. We got it under
Well, lucky enough for Orthog, that is a 8 on her grapple attempt. So he is not grappled. But he is,
No, we got this.
he is down 2/3 his hit points.
Yeah.
Flick, you start your bardic inspiration.
Yep. I need a word. Ring my bell. Full force, baby.
Can I get a little rendition?
You can ring my bell.
Okay.
Ring the bell.
Victor, you cast Bungle.
That's my ready to action.
And Orthog, now can't. Well, no, he can because she didn't successfully grapple him, so he can attack with his club. And he is smiting. And that is going to be a 24 to hit, which will hit.
That's my turtle right there.
Like for like.
And after the flurry of activity, Battle 10, you now can kind of take in what's happening as you're casting Shield of Faith.
Well, I pivot immediately,
Okay.
seeing the grievous wound. So I think I can still loop flick in on this later. I cast Lend Judgment on Orthok with swift action, healing.
You already. Oh no, you moved action. Right.
Yep.
Moved action.
Yep, swift standard. We'll do my round. So Orthok should heal in this round 1 hit point.
Okay. Give me a perception check. I'm going really good.
So now, I'm gonna put one extra. That's was 16.
16. You remember the first time you saw her, she was, like desiccated. She was emaciated.
Mm-hmm.
She looks healthy now.
That's
Aside from the massive bash that Orthog just landed on her.
she's been feeding and growing stronger.
Narjal.
Well, I got a 4. You sure it's me?
You're the last person.
Oh, that's the last person.
That's
Okay.
it. Well, everyone had their ready to actions. So,
all right.
Will we go into initiative order after?
Well, that keys initiative order.
Okay.
Like you ready in action, you slot into initiative here. You slot into initiative here.
Oh,
You slot into.
sure.
I motion for the cleric man to I'm like, ring the bell, hold the mirror towards the front of you. And I go into the room.
Have you gotten a sense that he's seen her?
No, I just say that. I don't know. He probably has. And then I go in there and I cast Grasping Vine with an acid emulsion.
And I will say, when she jumps out of the wardrobe and attacks Orthog,
Yeah.
you do hear the guy say, "Holy shit!"
Okay, good.
You're pretty sure he saw him.
Get out of here, Carl.
Just like, okay, good.
He pooped his
Good.
pants.
So with a CMB of 7, I am going to attempt a crack. Okay. 20.
20. That succeeds.
Fuck yeah! All right, so 1d4
Let's go.
points. And that is 1 point of acid damage, but it does last for 2 rounds now because I'm level 2. And that's it for me.
Is that the first time your grasping vines is connected on the first go?
No.
No.
I've had to use action.
Okay.
Okay.
Leave him on satchel.
Yeah, from the other room, you hear ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I'm ringing too. I'm definitely like ding, 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 ding.
I mean, you can't do that and cast a spell.
Then I don't
Like
do it.
your spells have somatic
Well,
components.
then I don't do it, damn.
Can you hold a bell?
Chill out, dude.
So is he? So you're saying like he has to do like finger things. He can't be like
Yeah.
one hand. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
That is correct.
You're just ready. You're like a fucking wow.
All right. On her turn, she is grappled and she's going to take penalties, but she's just going to continue attacking Orthog because she recalls what he did last time. She does not want that to happen again. She actually recalls what he just did 6 seconds ago. Also doesn't want that to happen again. So she's just going to go ahead and attacks. And that's an 18 and a 17 on the die.
Uh-oh.
Damn, good for her.
Turtle Buddy's going down.
Nah, Turtle Buddy thick. He's got it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna need you in here.
Jin Chow.
You're coming off the bench.
Hit her with the pan.
That is 9 and 5 points of damage.
Ooh.
So he's done.
He's down.
He's still healing though. Just wait, he'll wake up.
Okay. Flick.
I'm going to stop my performance, let the lingering take over, and I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds on Orthog since he's went down.
Mine.
Okay. So that's a touch spell, right?
No, I thought
Yeah,
it was.
It
Hold on.
is.
Is it a touch?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, then I'm coming on down, I guess.
Come on down the main line.
I mean, she's grappled, so she can't move. And there's, you're not within attack range of her, but you are getting closer than you probably are thrilled with getting.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it. But my turtle buddy gives me uppies, and if I can't pay him back every once in a while, what good is it, So roll my little dice. 5 on the die. He heals for 7 hit points.
That's great.
Okay. He is at 0.
That is a fortune.
He is conscious but disabled.
There we all.
Yeah.
Victor.
Victor also very hesitantly sneaks up next to Flick and lays a hand on Orthog and casts Cure Light Wounds.
Okay.
These little terrifying mini people.
Healed for 9 points of damage.
Okay. So he is no longer disabled. He is 9 hit points. Orthog
He stays laying down and fights.
is going to swift action lay on hands himself, giving himself another 5 hit points. And then he is going to stand as a move action, which will incur an attack of opportunity. Thanks to the grapple, that fails.
Hell yeah. See, I'm a saver, dude.
I'm a save.
I'm a
It
saver.
was close. Next,
I'm a saver. I do not waver.
actually, because I forgot, because he was prone, that also caused him a penalty. So he does take some damage.
Do the same.
I'm a saver. I do not waver.
All right. So she slashes at him with her claws as he stands up, and he takes a gash from that. But That affords him the opportunity to make an attack himself.
Come on, Orchid.
This is great. We just came here to watch Dan.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that is not gonna hit.
Not gonna
Did
hit.
Rolled a
did
5 on
the when she made that attack, was that her first action since the bungle?
No, you're right. Never mind. He doesn't take the 9 points of damage.
Wow.
Oh,
But
You're in favor. You do not waver.
I do's what I does.
If you got a new shorty, you would hate her.
Would like to go downstairs and poop for as long as you need to get that out of your system.
Sir, can you come over here for a second?
Goo dump out.
You got peas on your head, but don't call you a pea head.
Lee head. Leaves on his head, but don't call him a Lee head.
Pea head. Uh-huh.
Yeah, actually, it would have been one of her earlier attacks, but it's fine.
We'll let it.
Oh,
I missed it, earlier.
would have been the one that dropped him.
It
You
would have been it would have been one. Both of them would have dropped him.
Both. No, I was.
He would have
One knocked him down
Mhm.
below 0, and another
Oh,
one
that
knocked
was
him
two.
further down.
She had 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
All right, battle time.
Orthog's back up. I can't move into a flank in this current.
No, not in that current scenario.
Yeah. I've used one of my spell slots. I'm just going to hit her. I think that's the right move.
Okay.
So for my standard action, because I don't get multiple attacks at this level yet, I will just attack.
Yeah.
It's a 17 on the die, almost threatening a critical. 17 plus my attack bonus of 3 is a 20.
That'll hit.
Nope. And then for damage, I'm going to roll.
Your attack bonus is only 3.
Attack bonus 3. So I have it written down on my falchion.
Is that because you're power attacking?
It should be your base attack bonus plus your strength modifier for 4.
Oh, it should be 4.
Oh yeah, when you leveled up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, well, 21.
You're a savior.
That will hit.
Pretty good. Okay, so that's gonna be 10 points of damage from the falchion as I wield my gleaming mirror-like finish. From a move action. I don't know if there's anything I can really do that would be beneficial. Oh, +1 to damage, actually. Sorry, I forgot to count that. So 11 points of damage. Moving doesn't make sense. I don't have any spelling casts. I don't have any more swift actions. Let me look at the arrangement of these characters really quickly. Okay, so the little guys are blocked. They're behind Orthog. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's all I can do. So I forego my move action.
Mongolian, you're a real person of the steppe.
Yeah,
Cyrillic script.
half orcs are Mongolian and dance world,
Oh, okay.
or the language, and which makes sense, right? Dwarves are Russian. Russians have a big influence on Mongolia.
Narjal.
Orcs are Chinese.
While she's still grappled. That's a 3.
Okay.
And I am going to
You so intelligent town, get the fuck out of here.
I'm going to cast Nauseating Dart.
Okay.
And I think it's it's just a straight up ranged attack. Well, that's not so bad. Okay, so my ranged attack misses, and I waste the spell and yield the remainder of my time.
It's fine. Later, Orthog will inform you that undead do not have functioning metabolisms.
And therefore,
nauseated.
cannot be nauseated.
In the next room.
Dear God, please.
Okay. On her initiative. Uh-oh.
They having a safety meeting?
They're looking at a meme on a phone, I guess. I can hear it in there.
Get it.
Safety.
She's gonna make 2 attacks on Orthog.
Who's gonna be fine?
And one of those misses and the other one hits for the
Oh,
minimum points of damage.
It's heals for 1 point damage on my turn.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
You're a savior.
I will throw you.
All right, Flick.
You will not what?
Orthog does he still look injured to me?
You're a savior. You will not.
Sorry, what was that?
Trevor, shut the hell up. Does Orthog still look
I'm not
injured?
even in the same room as you.
Does Orthog what?
Still look injured.
Yes.
I'm just gonna burn another cure light wounds on him then.
Okay.
Oh, tomato.
He heals. Oh, hell yeah. He heals for 10.
Damn.
Oh, nice.
we were just yo-yoing him in single digits.
What are you? What are you? What are you, Flick?
A savior, and I do not waver.
Yes, yes. Authority 5.
Jake.
All right. Victor.
Standing behind the giant turtle man, I lay my hand on him and cast mage armor as
Okay.
my standard action. And then I move back to the back of the room as my move action, away from the scrum.
All right. Orthog is going to make his attack.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit for 11. No. 13 points damage. Double time.
Attack again. Significantly worse. Well,
I'm not gonna do it.
I can't make a second attack, and I can't really move without incurring attack opportunity. Then it would behoove me to just spend an action. Otherwise, that's not really do anything. I already know the number, so I don't know the number. I know I'm below it. Can't cast a spell. Really backed into a corner here.
Speaking of, please move me back into the corner.
Aaron, are you adding the Inspire Courage buff to your attack?
I wasn't, but it'd be a 13. I don't think that would hit.
Okay.
I hit on like a 20 last time. Is it possible for me to work into her wardrobe?
Not without incurring attack of opportunity.
Okay, then I do not. Can I take a 5-foot step here and still have contact to her? Because Orthar is kind of like on an axis. He's not in a single tile. I'm not sure exactly what tile he's on.
I mean, considering the situation at this point, just assume the vertexes are the locations.
Yeah, there's nowhere I can move and hit her as well.
No, you're kind of
It's
This is your opportunity. This is your
Don't have this-
opportunity of attack.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's a float round. I can't do anything with it. So
Okay.
that's my turn.
Love that too. It's okay.
Yeah. That round. Rolled an 8 on the die. Mm.
Well, due to the grapple, her armor class is currently 13.
Oh damn! I was one off.
Yeah.
Damn.
Marshall.
Ooh. Okay.
Wait, no, 13. That was the with the Bardic, right?
Yeah, I hit a 13 with the Inspire Courage.
Oh, so it goes away now, so I don't get to roll this.
So what I hit that round?
Yeah,
Oh,
with the
okay.
Inspire Courage, yeah.
I thought I had to get above it. I always mix up like who needs to just hit the number. Then all right. Thank you, Dave.
The number is the goal.
I'm a savior. I do not waver.
Yes!
Whatever's leery.
Damn it, Jay.
The 45. The 45.
Ah. All right, that's 10 points of damage. I'm just distracted.
All right. So yeah, at the start of your turn, the grasping vine goes away. Yep. Do I just fucking 1-2 punch here?
I just want to do lunch again.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all just been casting heal over and over again on Orthog. Orthog's been smiting every round. I've been hitting every round. You've been grasping every round.
Yeah. I'm gonna grasp again, and I'm gonna try to poison her because I don't know that I can't poison her.
Yeah.
So I
When
will
you
wait
find out
this.
this turn,
Yeah.
you cannot poison undead.
And let's see, it's a 7. Okay, I am going to use an action die. Ooh, it explodes. Much higher than last time. So what, 18 plus 7 would of course be 25.
Yep. Okay, so she is once again grappled.
Grappled!
The other guy kind of like walks in, ringing the bell, furiously, but at this point, feels like you guys have stalemated her significantly, and is wants to get a closer look.
Okay, it's gonna end badly for him.
Town, no!
All right.
That was good. Ding, 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 ding. Just sticks his head around the corner.
All right, and he is going to just gonna continue attacking Orthon.
Okay.
The grapple vine is annoying, but Orthog slamming her with his smite attacks is way worse.
Plus is not active, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, that is
No, not happening.
That's what I thought.
okay. That will hit Orthog for.
Are you using his recently acquired mage armor?
Yeah, that's why I rolled an.
Adding it to AC? Okay.
Ooh, we got him burning action dice. We got him right where we want him now, boys.
All
He
right.
only has 9.
Right. I mean, with the grapple hinders her attack. The mage armor made his armor class higher. And I mean, one of her attacks was a terrible roll. So she's struggling at this point.
Oh, right. Duh.
I
Well, I should have fit in more thought. I would have stacked the major. What am I doing?
Flick.
Sorry to keep asking this. Does Orthog still look injured? I guess so. He just took a hit. Yeah, never mind.
Slightly. He was pristine until he took that hit.
Hell
Okay.
yeah, dude.
And your lingering performance dies.
It dies now, so I'm gonna forego curing him on this turn and restart the bardic performance.
Okay.
Cool.
Are you gonna stay right there at his back, or are you gonna move at all?
How far away am I from her? Like
Uh,
10 feet?
it's like it's you Orthog her. So there's like 5 feet between you and her.
I'll take a 5 foot step back. And I'll free action look back at Jen and be like, "You're doing a good job, buddy. Keep ringing that bell."
That inspires him to, like he slowed down a little bit, but he picks up the pace a little at
Oh
this
yeah.
point. Like keeps ringing it with with 90% of his might. Victor.
For my current position, I hex the vampire with misfortune.
Okay, and that is a will save.
Yes.
All right, that is a 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would love to have rolled that when she was attacking somebody. That's it for you, Victor.
That's it for me, Victor.
Okay.
Wow.
Orthog. He's got his thing and he's gonna keep doing it. Ooh, that's a natural too.
Bummer.
He takes a swing, but mostly, bounces off of the grasping vine. Battle time.
This round I show the fate on Orthog.
Orthog. Okay.
It's my round, so he should heal another hit point. Which I think it's been what, 3 rounds of combat?
At 4,
Okay, so you should have
almost 5.
4 hit points for me so far then. And yeah, that's all I can do. I can't move. So that was my standard action.
Save. Okay.
Yeah, I don't waver, I just hang out. Just stay there, man.
Right.
Just trying to be a
Narjal.
Okay. Ooh. Poison damage doesn't do anything. I move up to here and strongly encourage our friend to get back into the other room.
Okay.
And I get out my bell and start ringing it.
Okay.
Boring, but role playing.
All right. I did not expect her to last another round. But the dice has spoken. So she's gonna make her first attack against Orthog. She's somewhat aware of the armor buffs that have been cast on him. His armor class is currently a 20 year. The shield of face is +2, right?
+4.
Currently of 24.
+4.
Right, I'm counting that too.
Good.
28.
Just rounded to a good 20,
Okay.
35.
So that first attack misses him, and she turns her attention to Battle Time. That's a consolation prize.
Yeah.
And natural 4 isn't gonna do it either.
That's really
Getting into the slog portion of the fight where no one rolls high enough to hit anybody.
It's time for Ortig to fucking
Roll.
start stabbing her with the sapling.
Flick.
Yeah.
What can Flick do? I don't think much of anything. Let me just look at this really quick. Yeah, no. I think I'm just gonna like hold my turn for like the purpose of like trying to heal someone in case some kind of crazy shit happens.
Okay, so you're just holding action.
Yeah.
All right, Victor.
I cast Daze on the vampire.
That's another will save.
It's another will save.
Okay, that's 21.
Yeah, I'll do it. Nerds.
Okay. So you guys think Orthog is going to switch to the?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's time to start switching her.
All right. He takes out the peach sapling stake and attempts to stab her with it.
Switch is like what?
Natural 1.
No,
Whoa.
I love it.
Probably.
Yep.
amazing.
He snaps it.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolute perfection.
Another swing, and he just like stabs it into the grasping vine, and it splinters and breaks.
All right, we have the rice. Orchard gonna have the rice.
Battle time.
I see that and go, right, okay. And
Yeah, Orthog just like is holding the stump of the broken.
that is going to, is she still grappled?
Yes.
Okay, so my number is still 13.
Don't forget to inspire courage.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Don't forget to believe in yourself.
Actually, hold on. So I rolled an 8. Inspire courage gives me a +1, so that's 9, and my bonus is a 4, so I've already hit the number. It's 13. Okay. Yeah. I will roll damage. I'm gonna add an action die, so it's a 4 and a 1 on damage so far. Oh, another 1. Fuck me. I'm gonna add another action die. So that's a 4 and a 1 and a 1. And another 1. Wow. Okay. Incredible.
What if this level up?
They backwards explode. So that's gonna be 7 on the dice plus my damage addition, which is 3, plus inspire courage, which is going to be 11. So okay. Yeah.
Hopefully she does.
I will say, battle time, being up close and personal, you do see that some of the wounds that she has taken are healing slowly through the course of the battle.
I think one of them could knock her around.
Narjal.
Yeah.
It's
time.
I think you're.
Staying.
It goes away for the second time this round, right?
He is a
produced my
savior.
club.
He does not waver.
I produced my club.
People are going to start losing action dice for saying that.
And I'm pro. And I whack her with my club.
It's incredible. Is this the first time you ever willingly gone into combat to hit somebody?
No, I've done it before. Oh yeah, but it was like very much out of necessity. Okay.
Action die.
I don't. Okay.
Do it.
Okay. I don't think it's worth it.
What number you got right now?
8. I went from a
Did you get
negative
your +1?
Inspired courage.
You went from -1 to 0.
So
So yeah. It's a 0.
you need 2 action die.
Yeah. The 3.
Okay.
Got this, boo boo.
Explodes.
That's gonna hit.
So far I am at a
3 plus 4
15.
is 7.
15. That will hit.
That'll hit. Okay. What if a double hit? Okay. What is the okay? Fuck yeah, dude. 1d6 -1, but no +0.
It's like you're doing
It's a 4.
anti-combat.
That does not bypass or damage reduction.
All right.
You land a resounding blow, and you probably are not aware that that did not do any damage to her. You felt it. You felt the connection. It was solid in your hand. You're very proud of yourself.
Oh, it's so
For the belt.
Didn't bypass her DR.
Probably like almost just couldn't. DR5. I mean, that's yeah. So there you go.
That's great.
Could have done
All right.
one.
She is going to make both attacks on battlefield round.
No. She's taking someone down.
All right. So the first attack is going to hit a 18
Yeah, that was gonna hit.
for 9 points of damage.
Ouch.
And this is going to incur grapple attacks. That is only 11, so that's not going to succeed. The second one. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I'm rolling my action die. It keeps on exploding.
No, I know what's happening. Yes.
Well, I know what's happening.
So yeah, the action die exploded 3 times
Cool. I'm dead.
for a total of 14. No, that was on the attack.
Oh, the attack. Oh, good.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, for the total 14?
On the action die.
That's not it.
No, on the action die.
Yeah.
Plus
Oh,
the other
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah.
And that is 10 more points damage.
Okay, well now I'm at negative. But I'm not super negative.
Okay.
A little bit.
And if you drop, she's going to forego attempting to grapple you.
It's the perfect strategy.
In a way.
They never see it coming then around later.
Flick, do you want to try to hop in at this point?
It's my character.
Yeah,
You've had like almost your whole round. The whole round went by without you doing anything.
yeah. I think seeing that failure, with the peach tree
That
and
wasn't
all
a failure. That was a success.
that. Yeah. Okay. I'll buy that. Let me approach Bottleton and cast my last first level spell, and I'll cure light wounds him.
Okay.
So roll my dice. Okay, Bottleton, you are healed for 7 points.
7 to you.
Thanks, dude. I'm
Anytime.
okay.
Victor.
Victor once again very hesitantly sneaks back up to the right side of Flick this time. Lays a hand on the back of the big turtle man once more and casts guidance and says, "You can do it. I believe in you."
All right. So that gives him a +1 on his next attack.
We need to all agree now that if our characters die, we all pick turtle people.
Yeah, the turtle. People.
Except for Ross.
Ross is another rat, maybe?
Yes, I always say a rat.
Okay.
They're just slowly becoming
We're at. Yeah.
You all have to play turtle monks.
Yeah, all monk class.
There is a monk variation of like a monk rogue that's a ninja. You can play a ninja.
All monks or all clerics is like a reasonable all one thing. But all clerics works.
Could we get an anti-paladin? Would they hang out with our paladin and then just we could smite everything?
Oh, that would never work.
Really? Why? They're like
They hate each other.
They would smite each
Well,
other.
no, they would not party with each other.
Right. Okay.
Let's not
Um,
parlay with this beast.
I'm going to I roll a natural 2. I'm gonna give you the option of rolling for Orthog. It feels bad to me to like
Just be behind the screen rolling and rolling.
yeah, rolling shit numbers, so
12.
12. Okay. So 12, 21 will hit. You roll a d10 for me.
Ooh.
Right here.
10.
10? Okay.
Solid.
The floor is mighty.
+1 for attack.
Yes.
Well, it's 10 plus 6 plus 1. So that is 17 points of damage.
At level fucking 2.
And-
Dude, Orthog is
She explodes in a blast of dust, and her clothing and her prayer symbol drop onto the floor.
I get up on one elbow, just blood coming out of my mouth. I go, what?
I roll. I like run in there and just pour the rice on the ash pile.
What?
Okay, hold
Before
on. Let's keep this in initiative order. Okay, so
I
that was
was-
Orthod. Battle time. You call out for the rice. Are you gonna do anything else?
I stand up.
Stand up. Okay. Narjal.
Do I spill the rice as I hurry?
Why would you say that?
5% chance.
Why?
Low. 5% low. That's an 85.
It's sticky rice.
Yeah.
You can't drop it.
You
All
can't
right,
it's stuck to your
so you get to the pile of clothes. You pull a pile of clothes away,
Yeah.
and there is, a pile of ash underneath.
I put the rice on it.
Okay. So you start, mixing the ash and the rice. Jin Tao is still ringing the bell. And he walks his way a little bit into the room again, observing the proceedings.
Not now, Jinjo. Jesus Christ.
Flick.
I move forward with the flask and begin mixing the holy water into the rice ash slurry, and I ask the good Reverend Doctor to keep an eye on the treasury person.
Okay. Victor.
I reach out to the treasury geek and I hold the bell, I pause the bell, touch it so it doesn't ring. And I say, "Are you getting a good look, son?" And I cast light on the top of the room, so the room is illuminated fully, and he can see what we're doing. Because he's a human, he doesn't have dark vision or low light vision, and we're in this. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Terrifying for him.
Okay. Well, the rice and the holy water have been applied. I'm gonna say that at this point, it just takes. You've nullified her ability to reconstitute. You mix the components together, and then you store them in a jar. And you all kind of take a moment, share glances at each other, and sort of hope that yes, this has gone off successfully, and the deed has been done.
I start laughing. Just start laughing. Go, woo! And just fall back on my back for a little while. All right.
And major props to the good Reverend Doctor there, because those corpses are going to pop up and start
100%.
attacking. They weren't going to be strong, but 4 targets against as opposed to 1 target would have made this much more difficult.
They were gonna fuck up that clerk. That's what they were.
Especially with Orthog down. And we'd have Jin Tao in the back. And Jin Tao was like, guys.
I'd like to thank Ann Rice for that extra action die. Really came in handy.
A bad Ross pun.
Yeah.
Is what really saved the day.
Yeah.
There we go. Fucking A. And we're gonna get paid too.
We're gonna get paid, mad props.
6,000 gold pieces.
6,000 gold pieces is what we all agreed on.
We all just start to back Jin Tao to the wardrobes. What did you see?
Remember how We were gonna get paid 6,000.
You were like, the vampire. We had to kill it with garlic and silver and a steak.
What is a life worth, Gentile?
Jesus Christ.
Orthog starts clearing his throat, looking very, sternly at everyone.
Guys,
Not a win for a dog.
I mean,
It's a bad day for a dog.
we did it.
that should be a down payment on this hovel, huh?
Could be.
This could be our spot.
The
I'm
club?
just saying, this could be our fucking spot.
Well, we need to
Can we leave the kanji court curse scratched into the door on the front of it? Because that's fucking awesome.
We could be called the curse.
The case.
Here. Jintao, what do you got in your notes there, bud? Is that enough? You need to see anything else? You look at the jar.
He says, well, I was told to look for the prayer charm on the forehead and see that it turned into dust when you destroyed it. So between those two things, I'm fairly certain that it matches the description of a Jiangxi. That is what I will be reporting.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And I go up to him and I extend my hand to him. And I say, I'll take the cure light once, push him back.
Pulls it out of pouch. Of course.
I'm glad you didn't need it. Didn't think you would, but always like to have a look at that shit.
I appreciate the concern.
I'm smiling, polite, blood in the corner of my mouth.
Even Orthocker just fucking drenched.
Hammer.
Gentile, you are an animal on that bell, let me tell you.
Yeah,
Very,
that's true.
very impressive work with that, sir.
He looks at you and very sincerely says, focusing on it was the only thing that kept me from peeing myself.
I say,
Everybody
do
pees.
you want to keep the bell?
I don't think I need a keepsake of this.
Great. I take it out of his hands.
And with that, you all return to the temple. There is some paperwork to be done, and Sinchai comes out and asks Battleton, how would you like your payment?
What are my options?
Noodles.
Hold on. Hold on.
Well, you've never received a payment in this size. I thought you might want some platinum. There's also some of it can be given in gemstones if you so desire. You have additional compatriots now. Certain spells might require gemstones as components. I don't know who you have with you or if they do have any spells of that type, but
I don't think that they do at this point, so I prefer our payment to be as liquid as possible. So I think platinum would make the most sense.
Liquid, you say?
Go on.
so you're fine then with 300 platinum pieces?
Yes.
That's still 6 pounds of coin.
I can carry it, Father Sunshine.
I can carry the boats.
I'm. All right. Did you find anything out about the house? My mercenary group we need to lay low, so a cursed house might be quite beneficial as a place for us to stay for a while.
Yes, it has been reported as haunted or possessed or of the like. Um, as such, if you wanted to buy it, there's a certain, it's basically a waiver that you would have to sign, understanding that it is cursed or was otherwise haunted, so as not to hold the city liable for any misfortune that might befall you upon living there.
Yeah.
Basically, just you have been warned.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fully aware of what was in there. I think it'll be an adequate place for us to stay, and in the future, it could be a good asset for me to have a steady income stream from. We're gonna own Wallaby Way.
This is I forgot this is Wallaby Way.
He gives you, give me an insight check.
Ooh, fun. No. Insight, which is just
Oh yeah, it's a sense motive. I'm sorry.
okay. 11.
11?
Yep. Rolled a 3.
Okay. You're familiar enough with him. Yeah, you know his looks. And you're getting a look from him that says you're not thinking this through, or you haven't applied your lessons.
What would I get that sense from? Because I'm acquiring an asset, right? So I'm turning my liquid income into an asset that can then produce passive income, which I feel like would align with the Church of Delic.
Let's see. I guess you give me your profession check.
18.
18. So this is basically, your teachings of the Temple of Delic and racking your brain trying to figure out what is he trying to, clue you into. You come to the to one of the passages. It says, never pay more for an acquisition than you have to, including free.
The subtext being you could just squat and acquire it. But that was my initial thought coming in here. It's like, oh, no one wants this.
Well, the meaning of the passage is that even taking something for free might be paying too much.
Oh, that's good.
He just thinks this is a shithole.
He thinks it's a bad investment.
Well, no, since it was an 18, it's like he's suggesting you might get paid
To be the
this is
the
a cursed
guardian.
property that has negative connotations to it.
Who would pay me? The family or the city?
The city might pay you to stay there for a period of time to make sure that everything stays okay.
Could I make an agreement with the city to do that? And then the understanding is that after a certain period of time of residency where I'm putting myself at risk, the house then passes to my name cost free.
You can try to make that negotiation.
Okay, I will do that. We don't have to roleplay that now.
No, let's.
It's fine. We can. But yeah, then that would be my role. Because that was my concern with my squad. And it's like, well, this is a world with consequences. You can't just hang out in a house that's not legally yours. But yeah, there's like a fucking
Yeah, so yeah, we don't have to go through in-depth role play with it. You suggest to Jin Tao that, while the immediate threat is past, such evil present in the place, and other things could manifest possibly. And Sinchai basically just kind of like nods, behind you, affirming that that suggestion. And then you offer that for a modest fee, you and your compatriots could keep an eye on the place and make sure that should anything, any fell presence manifest, you would take care of it before it got out of hand. And he says he will take that to the office, and if that's something that the city is willing to make an expenditure for, he will let you know.
Okay, that works for me. I will follow up about acquisition down the road. That doesn't matter right now.
Ooh, wait 1 second, 1 second. Dibs on the creepy vampire lady's coffin. Dibs. Calling dibs on it.
Oh, you want? Yeah, sure, yeah.
That's where I'm sleeping.
He does say that if you and your team would manage it in the interim, he will do what he can to move things through.
That's great. You can send the contract to the cursed house. We'll be there. That sounds good. If that's resolved.
Did you tell Sinchai about the situation with the Leatherfoots and keeping your location on the down low?
Yeah.
He says, actually, in order to move this along, can you, and speaking to Jin Tao, can you put that in the responsibility of the church for the time being?
With it later passing into Urger's name. So it's like a temporary cover.
Well, basically,
Send the documents to the temple.
he like you shoot him a look of like, wait, I wanted this.
Yeah.
And he gives you a like, don't worry about it.
Okay.
And that also kind of ushers things along, where it's like, okay, here's a schmuck bounty hunter versus the Temple of Delic.
Temple of Delic taking possession of this house. They're installing some people to watch it. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, the Temple of Delic is saying we're going to make sure everything goes okay with this cursed house and make sure it doesn't manifest any further monsters or whatever. So lends a lot more credence to that argument. And then he pulls you aside later and says, I'll sort it out. The property deed will go to the church, and then it will immediately defer to you.
Sure.
I will do all I can to make sure that there is no charge.
Wow.
Nice.
It's a cursed house. It would be dirt cheap even if we. And he gives you a harsh look, or he gives you a stern look, and he says, "Don't you think that I could make sure that this comes to us?"
Oh yeah, no, that's why. Yeah, I would give him a look like, "Oh, are you scooping my eggs?" That's cool. It's a phrase. Scooping my eggs.
You also know that the church got a cut of.
Oh yeah.
Of the bounty, and it would also take a cut of whatever you're getting paid. So this is all just free money to them.
Yeah.
And that they're all about free money.
There's always strength. That's what I'm trying to do is free money. Hashtag free money. That's cool. I think that's great. Once that's lined up, I go to talk to / like Orthog by just put an arm around his big half shell. And say how great he was in combat. It's amazing. And that I really sympathize with what we found in there. And I think the next best thing we can do is find those bodies homes and return them to their loved ones. And I just offer my help with that.
He says we can canvass the immediate area and perhaps speak with the constable on the level, see if there's been anyone reported missing. And he puts his hand on your shoulder and says, I appreciate that. Cool. Is there something in it for you?
Oh, snap.
I just want to make sure you're okay. I know that this was your thing and you wanted it resolved. And we didn't get it on the first try. So these bodies are on us, they're on you, they're on me. This is the least we can do.
He rolled shit on his sense motive check, so he believes you.
You're made of slime.
I'm a friend.
You're
I'm just
uh-huh.
I'm winning friends and influencing people.
What is it, Arnold friend?
Arnold
You're
friend?
Arnold friend.
Oh, sure. I'll be Arnold.
Yeah.
Will that make me your friend?
Kind of.
Okay, I'm Arnold.
Huh.
In my mind's eye, my character is just an amalgamation of a lot of Matthew McConaughey characters. He's just kind of oscillating between like rom-com Matthew McConaughey and then just like Rust Cole.
Like Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, just really.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, Orthog wants to go and speak with the constable on the level, asking about any missing persons. He asks if the Church of Delic will do anything with the bodies in the meanwhile, and you know that they will, but there will be a storage fee for anyone who comes to collect the bodies.
Yeah. Love it.
Well, we've been.
It won't be exorbitant, but there's always a monetary value attached to everything. And it will be, the bodies will be cleaned and, taken care of, and they won't be rotting in an alleyway somewhere.
It's worth a little planning, isn't it?
So with that, you kind of have all of that wrapped up in somewhat of a bow, and a few hours later, almost at about the same time, a runner comes by with the paperwork for, saying that the home is being managed by the Church of Delic.
And we're in the home at this point.
And the church is going to be paid 10 gold per week to maintain the safety and the sanctity of the premises for a period of 5 weeks. And the church is taking half of that. So you guys will get 5 gold per week for the next 5 weeks. At which point the church will then take possession of the house or and then there's a note from Sinchai saying at which point, due to your efforts, the church will pass ownership into Battleton's Daganov name.
This is the beginning of a massive slumlord empire.
So yeah.
That's still 32 apartments.
So you have a squat that is not in your name.
Wait, will we see?
We got paid.
Yeah, we got paid and then some, dude.
Yeah. We need to maintain a low-ish profile, not blow up the spot here. Maybe we should meet the neighbors.
Look, they're looking at you.
We lay low. How about we throw a block party?
Just a little potluck, this and that.
Keep things quiet and chill. Let's start a speakeasy.
You know that armoire has to be comfortable, right? There was a vampire living in it. I'm going to be sleeping like a king in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's great for you.
I think there's a drawer for each of us.
Is there room for? Do we have individual rooms? Oh, there's not enough.
Will soon.
I'll work on that. I might put some money into renovating.
Capsule hotel.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing in Kowloon Walled Cities. There'd just be apartments where it's like, here's your cage.
Yeah.
Great. It costs nothing. If there's a fire, you're gonna die, but here you go.
But it's your cage.
It's your cage.
This is all made out of stone. It's not gonna be. What do you mean a fire?
See, there you go. It's already fire safe.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the areas are like the entire space has been carved out. So there are wooden structures in what was otherwise, large excavated marble.
Sure.
This area is mostly stone buildings, but it is not exceptionally, well managed or maintained. And so the area has become a little bit slummy.
Perfect. Perfect for a lord.
We're gonna call it Dawisa.
I like Dawisa.
Dawisa's pretty good. I'm trying to work in what is the central road called?
Winding Way.
The Winding Way. We're on level 7. Savwina.
You're looking for a name for your chateau? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, like the neighborhood. You know how like the meat packing district then becomes cool and it becomes
Noda, like an acronym.
Yes.
Yeah, Noma.
Soma.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are we relative to the Winding Way? Are we east, north, or west?
You are south.
Oh, that's perfect.
So
yeah.
South.
So what? So why way? So why what?
So why wait? So why wait?
So why come to Yeah, the question is, do we turn it into just horrifying Kowloon City style housing, or do we go like classic American flip? Ooh, there's a star.
Horrifying Kowloon, yeah.
So this is a map of the 7th level, and that is the Temple of Delic. Victor T. Flacco's practice is right there, and this is the location of the haunted house.
So we are laying low by going back to the exact level they found us on last time and going a block down the street.
They'll never expect, dude. This is the last place they'd look.
And it is the property is under the protection of the Church of Delic. So to raid this property would be a very bad idea, conceivably. It's kind of what I got slightly from the interaction with your mentor and friend.
It would like
Battleton,
be like
look,
the
look.
felt thing on a load.
Your church father, your father, the church.
Very
Battleton, listen. If we don't know what we're doing, they can't know what we're doing.
That's a hell of a point.
always keep them guessing.
We should stop talking to each other too. Further insulate. We'll each become our own splinter cell.
The wall facers, dude. Straight wall.
The wall facers?
Oh, did you? What was the thing called? The wall? No, sci-fi novel where the aliens are coming and they have to like not.
I don't know this.
I don't know it either.
Oh, they just did a Netflix show about it, right? You talking about that one?
Did they? So, oh, they did. Yeah, and it's got the guy in it. That one guy.
The guy that's in the thing.
Bill Paxton? He's
No,
dead.
the other one, the British one.
Oh, yeah, he is now.
Fuck, what's that
Ghost.
called? I don't remember.
It's from Three Body Problem. That's the name
Three
of it.
Body
Three Body
Problem.
Problem. Yeah,
The
it took
wall
me a minute.
facers.
The Wall Facers.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, totally. I got that on a book.
Big.
Book.
What services is on book?
Book.
Paper.
I got that on book.
Alright, so we got
It's so good.
Very good. Very good.
So we don't have any immediate burning actions now, other than whatever the Reverend Doctor has and whatever I have, as far as like party things to do, right?
Yeah. This is a great place to lay low because of the protection of the Church of Delic. So if we did want some side things to deal with, roleplay wise, we could do that.
Well, actually, yeah, the main story, the orichalcum. I'm trying to think if there's any where that really left that.
Orichalcum flow.
I do think at some point we need to meet up with Dash and let him know about the leather footing. But I don't know like
We do
how
that.
critical it is.
I mean, Victor's got a thing if we are looking for a thing.
Lay it on me, good doctor.
Yeah, what's your thing, Doc? We're all sitting around the vampire house.
We're moving in.
Yeah.
We've moved in. I guess we're traveling light, huh?
I guess the bodies are no longer there.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
That's good.
We let the bodies hit the floor of the Church of Delic for a fee.
Oh yeah,
So, there's been some creature besmirching the good name of rats. There's been two rat friends of mine that were blamed for this awful attack. So some folks were bitten. It wasn't pretty. And they came to me looking for advice, and I said I'd look into it, but then the world went crazy, and my things are all mislaid. So I was wondering if we could go talk to them and maybe do a little gumshoeing and find out if we can track down. It sounded like it was some sort of beast, not a rat folk, but some sort of, who's to say, creature. Any interest?
I'm always there to help a friend.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything that I care about, good Reverend Dr. Victor T. Flacco, it is frankly aspersions being cast on whole groups of people. I mean, Flick can attest to this. I'm a good friend of the Wei Yang, and well, I've known you for many years, and you've been a good friend to me, so I'm a good friend of the rat folk.
Well, that's what I like to hear. I will use the next day to discreetly reach out to my two rat folk friends that were blamed with this terrible, I guess you would call it a crime. Not really a crime, but I'll check in with them and get back to you.
What level is it on?
The 10th level.
Ooh, we haven't been up there.
That's as high as we've ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. We should do that.
Hey, Bottleton, can I speak to you maybe privately for a
There
moment?
aren't any doors in this place, but yes, come stand in this corner with me.
Get into my armoire. It's very comfy.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You step into the armoire, and then I just stand in front of it. You're just a little shadow man in a box talking to me.
Once upon a time, not that long ago, it feels like forever now. You asked me for some information.
Ooh.
Have you been able to act upon that, or
Well,
'cause
no.
I've been with you? So is this something for the group, or is this something you plan on handling yourself?
I just, I just don't want to burden everybody. It feels selfish of me to ask them to help. I mean, I feel like everyone's just got these like really great noble causes, and sure, I've got a contract to get rid of some terrible people, but it's not as noble as helping out the Waiting or the Rat Folk or getting rid of a vampire.
But you said that they're bad people, and I think I would agree that they
Oh,
are.
yeah, they're terrible.
So wouldn't that be something for the greater good?
I guess, yeah. I'm just kind of. It's hard for me to be vulnerable in front of the group. Um,
Is it just you guys?
yeah, we're just talking. I'm telling him that.
Get out of here, Narja. We're having a
Get
hard
out of
time.
here, Nigel.
Good call, Masani.
It's just you guys in here, right? Um,
I'm
I
just naked.
In his armoire. I didn't see him. It's so big and open.
You guys in here?
I begrudgingly agree to your point, Flick, but I say obviously you're better with this. You're better with people. I really admire that about you. Would you help me tell the group? And I'll tell them too, but if you could, because the gist is I'm after just some low level gang members. It's too much. I can't do it by myself. I can't do it by myself, which is serendipitous. I met you guys, um, but I'm gonna need to, frankly, infiltrate or invade, preferably not, a gang hideout and find this thug Lu Ching, who is a pretty gnarly member of the Black Claw gang. There's some other criminals that I have on my list as well. There's a small bounty on the project. It's not much, but it stood out to me when the Church of Dollar was closing down. It's because it's the Black Claw gang.
So I bring this up because I overheard Bat Daddy mention that you were working on a short timetable. Um, are,
It's getting. I think I can handle it, but it's getting short. I'll admit. The gist of it is I just need to bring in, dead or alive, these gang members Ma Fang and Jin Qian for a mugging that resulted in a young person's death. Um, I have, I think, like 8 days, 10 days, 10 days. What do we agreed to? I think it's 10. No,
It was 11.
it was 11. Yeah.
No, you're not going to do anything today, so.
Yeah, so 10, such that yeah, roughly 10 days. If I don't do it, it's a penalty, which is fine. I'll pay the penalty. It's more time that this gang can harm people. I don't know,
okay.
man.
All right. Well, what if let's look into the reverence issue. Give that a day, maybe two, and if nothing turns up, maybe we can change focus. Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah, Flick. I think that's a good approach. Just let's not say anything about it to the guys right now.
Sure. Discretion is my 34th middle name.
Really? You have that many?
You don't?
More like a paragraph.
Well, I guess Ultima is my middle name. I've never really thought about it. I pat you on the shoulder and say thanks, Flick. You can have an uppy sometime.
I won't cash it in lightly.
Hell yeah. I pick you up out of the wardrobe, put you down. We start to go back in the room. The minute you were walking through the door in front of me, my face again is just completely blank. Just open emotion.
So you're a sociopath or a psychopath? Are you a psychopath?
Time will tell.
Okay.
We're figuring it out together.
Currently called antisocial personality disorder. Thank you very much.
Self-diagnosis?
Sociopath and psychopath are considered derogatory terms.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking put some respect on that, Narjal, and get out of my
Okay.
wardrobe.
I have
Okay, buddy. You can get my wardrobe.
psychoactive personality disorder. I'm always tripping out.
I'm fucking high, dog. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, though, Jake. Depending on how things play out, we can check on other storylines. But my character's waiting to do mine last. So that you're
Just
all...
want you to know I care about you, baby.
Hell yeah. Look my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not the Reverend Doctor.
Mm.
He's probably gonna be the most wise.
Reverend Doctor, did we bring any hooch to our new home? We need to christen it.
Wounded at all? Are you still?
Yeah, I'm at no. At this point I need heal. Well then it would stop once combat ended. So it would have been 5 hit points, but I was only wounded. And so I would go for 2. So I'm down 10.
Orthog gives you back 6.
Hooray!
And he's out of lay on hands.
Thanks, Orthog. I need to sleep anyways tonight, so it'll be okay.
Sleep's only going to give you back 2 more hit points.
That's fine. I'll sleep tonight. We should set watches since we don't have a door. We either have a door, it just doesn't lock. Or I guess you could just ask Orthog to sleep in front of the door.
I think does it open?
Actually, the key came with the.
Oh,
yeah.
Great. We lock the door.
Perfect.
And then Orthog sleeps in front of it.
One could say we have a door.
We have a door now. Soon we'll have to.
You don't have a door inside. Just have a door that goes outside.
Yep.
You have a hinge, and a piece of wood is attached to that hinge.
And you
But you do not have a door.
We can do so much with that. Cool.
This is perfect.
The Reverend Doctor pulls out several small flasks and sets them on the credenza.
You have airplane
And
bomb?
I mean, these are rat-sized flasks. Yeah. So they're the size of a rat, and I pull out some small like pewter glasses and whip up a couple of sazerats for you.
Excellent.
Is it for
It's
each
rat.
one?
It's
You all
rat.
get one?
Yeah. Flick and Battleton are gonna have to share a glass because they're friends. Because I only have three small cups with me. If they don't
No
mind.
issue here.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's rat whiskey, absinthe, sugar, and bitters.
Oh, we're getting wild.
Oh yeah, but very
Is
very
rat
small,
whiskey
very small
good?
grams.
Like,
Rat size.
what's rat whiskey like?
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't have an E in it. So Narjal's
Yeah.
heartburn should be okay.
Rat's no grain, man. Very selective when it comes to their rye and their barley.
Only a single malt.
For a Sazerac? Simple
No, I'm
enough.
just saying rat is rat whiskey. Does it tend to be malt or do you use corn?
This has rye in it for the Sazerac.
Oh,
You got
right. This
sweet,
is a
baby.
rye. It's a rye base. Is it 51% rye?
Absolutely.
Narjal has heartburn, but he's still very appreciative.
Just roll 1d3 worth of heartburn damage. Um, as we sip our drinks, the Reverend says, "So, shall we go hunting this beast that's been giving rats a bad name and hurting children up on level 10?"
Cool.
Yeah.
The rat drink, I say onward.
Sounds fine.
Are you going to do that today, or are you going to
No,
rest?
absolutely not. We're
No,
gonna
not
rest.
onward. I think right now. No.
No,
Oh.
we're resting.
I just remembered something I need to do. I don't know what time it is, but I do have the empty flask of holy water I need to take back to the temple of Payana and give to the scholar there. I promised that hombre I'd bring it back to him.
Tonight?
I could probably wait till the morning. I'm just saying I got to do it at some point.
Let's do it tomorrow. Make a note.
Yeah.
Is you guys keeping me honest so I don't forget.
All right. So you rest for the evening. Actually, does anyone have spells that they want to dump into the rings?
I'm tapped out.
I don't have any first levels. I could do Pass Without a Trace again.
That'd be good.
That might be
We should
good.
keep doing that.
I can do that.
Guidance.
Also, I do a sick backflip off the credenza.
You're gonna hurt yourself, though.
Hey, I'm putting on a show for you guys. This is all part of being my buddy.
You would hurt himself if he didn't perform.
Thank you,
He's
Trevor.
He's role playing the next skill point he's going to put into it. Next level.
Yep.
Oh.
Dex.
Speaking of next level,
No.
Last time we water, we got
Hmm.
I think it's a good place to leave it. How we feel? 10 o'clock. We have a new home
we have a new home. We have a forever home, one could say.
tomorrow. Oh no, this is.
I don't know if this is
You're right.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
We're gonna live in this room with one credenza,
This is our credenza.
one Fortron.
So you wanna call it for the night?
It's 10:15. I think it's a good breaking point.
Yeah, you're down a man. You could get a little bit of ways into Victor's thing, but six
Wait
of one,
for
half
one.
dozen of the other.
Lay it out clear for when Glenn will be there. Sure he will,
Sorry,
pal. Said Glenn will be here. I'll lay it out for him on the next, so everybody's on the same page.
all right.